All right, welcome everyone, and happy Tuesday. This is the best week of the entire month. We actually have the pleasure of Dr. Derrick DeSilva joining us live tonight from New Jersey. So first and foremost, I just want to welcome each and every one of you, whether you're already a part of the Purvii family or maybe you're calling in, maybe as a guest for the very first time. We just want to personally welcome you to our Purvii family. This is definitely a path to improving your health. It's a path to improving yourself, from a personal growth and development standpoint, but also a great opportunity for financial freedom. And we'll talk about that at the end. But before I do bring you on, Dr. DeSilva, I do want to just quickly, well, first of all, I'm Jenny. Forgot to mention myself, but I'm Jenny. This is my husband, Tony, guys. We are the owners and the founders of this company called Purvii that you're going to hear about tonight. And I will tell you, Tony and I come from two totally different backgrounds. His background is real estate of 30 years. He still dabbles in that today just for fun. We love to flip houses and remodel homes just for fun. It's kind of a hobby that we have. And my background is actually nursing. So I worked as a registered nurse here in Indiana for over a decade until I decided to leave that career 20 years ago to be able to stay at home and actually do network marketing. I love this industry that you're going to hear about tonight, you guys, in so many ways. I love helping people. I love helping people get educated by people like Dr. DeSilva on how to improve your health the natural way. But I'm also extremely, extremely passionate about helping people get free financially because I know that financial health has a lot to do with your physical health. When you're stressed out financially and you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're worried about how you're going to get the bills paid, or you're worried about retirement, that actually takes a toll on your health as well. So we're going to talk about that when Dr. DeSilva concludes his section on the products. But with that, I do want to just also let you know our mission. When my husband Tony and I decided to open this company actually 2.5 years ago, we actually officially opened our doors on June 24th of 2023. My goodness, Dr. D, we're already coming up on a 2-year company anniversary. I don't know where that time went. Absolutely
Wow.
crazy. But it's been a lot of fun, you guys. But I will say the whole reason that we decided, man, I've been in the industry for almost 20 years, but we decided because we wanted to provide a platform that was based on integrity, that really could provide hope and inspiration, you guys, to the masses, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe some of you are on here because you're sick and tired of having no purpose in your life. Maybe you're looking for a reason to be able to get up out of bed every day and be excited about your life. Maybe you just love helping people. Maybe you want to give back to the community. Maybe some of you are just looking for a way to get healthier without all the side effects. And we're certainly going to talk about that tonight. And then some of you may be like I was 21 years ago when I resigned from my nursing career, looking for a way out, looking for a way that I can actually have more time freedom and work hard or work smart. I almost said work harder, Dr. D. I meant work smarter, not harder. But anyway, you guys, regardless, that is our mission. I love helping people. I love to see people have a win, whether it be physically and or financially. But with that, that is our mission. And then that brings me to the most important part of tonight's call is our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Derrick DeSilva. Many of you have probably had the pleasure of not only meeting him on these Zooms, but many of you have actually met him in person over the years. Dr. D and I have known each other for, my gosh, it's going to be coming up probably on a decade here before we know it, Dr. D. But I knew from the minute we met him, Tony and I just absolutely loved his heart. We love his desire and his passion, you guys, for really helping people. And it really boils down to education, really educating people on how they can get healthier the natural way without all those horrible side effects of, Western medicine. And so that's what I love about you, Dr. D, is you really are well versed, not only as a practicing internist for now over 37 years, but I love your passion for Eastern medicine, that you truly believe that if you can get to the root cause, a lot of times it's vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies that really are the root cause of a lot of illness today. So anyway, you guys, a little bit about Dr. D. He is a past president of the American Nutraceutical Association. He's on the teaching faculty of the JFK Medical Center. He's also the recipient of one of the most prestigious awards in medicine. It's called the Allen Mintz Award. This is an award given out for excellence in clinical age management medicine. He is world renowned, you guys. He travels all over, not only the United States, but around the world, conducting seminars, educating not only the lay public, but also his colleagues. You know, he speaks in front of hundreds and thousands of other medical doctors. So, also a formulator of over 400 natural products, supplements, and also a radio personality, an author. And my goodness, Dr. D, I couldn't fit everything on here. So, anyway, but again, I just love your heart. That's my favorite thing about you is your desire to help people. And so, you guys, without further ado, I'm going to bring Dr. Derrick DeSilva on. He is going to share with you about our digital product, our 6 amazing products that you can't find anywhere else on the market. And so, without further ado, Dr. D, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much, my dear. It's a pleasure to see
Welcome.
you again. And it's
Thank
wonderful,
you.
and it's thank you. And it's wonderful to have all of you here. Thank you for taking the time. Jenny, could you go to the first slide? Okay.
Sure.
So let me just talk through this, and at the end, I want to share something with you. It's a study that I was just reading, and I have it here on my phone that I'm going to share with you on intermittent fasting and the benefits of intermittent fasting and how that applies to weight loss. So before that, transdermal optical imaging is our technology. I have many patients that still use this. Convenient, no cuffs, it's accurate, it's custom and proprietary to Purvii. It's called PureScan, and it's a great tool, and I tell my patients all the time, look, you have to know your numbers. What's your blood pressure? What's your blood sugar? What's your cardiac index? And all of these numbers are parameters that we need to follow in order to optimize your overall health. So this technology is something that is just amazing. I loved it. It is a window, and I love that Jenny came up with this term. It's a window to your health. And in 30 seconds, I can look at your sugar, your blood pressure, how fast you're breathing, your cholesterol index, your cardiac workload, a stress index, heart rate variability, and the numbers that it just goes on and on. Again, it's a window to your health. Next, please, Jenny. And then of course our amazing products, right? Pure Max, I'm going to talk about that and the relationship of that on why you need to incorporate these products into your overall wellness and health program. So Pure Max is just a combination of just various ingredients, various nutrients for your to support a normal healthy weight. Weight is such an issue in this country, and I'm going to go over that with this. The technology that we use in our liquid products is something called nanotechnology, where we reduce the size of the particle. Anytime you reduce the size of a particle, you increase absorption, you increase bioavailability. And the beautiful thing is, it goes in your mouth, it gets absorbed through the mucous membranes, and it goes directly into your bloodstream and completely bypasses the digestive system. Because the problem is that people that don't have good digestion, the issue is how does it get absorbed? So that's where we came up with this technology to bypass all of that. Next, please, Jenny. So all of this comes down to what about the products? The glucose that we have is just for me and for my patients. In fact, I use this after I eat. If I eat a carb meal, if I eat something that has a little bit too many carbs that I know my sugar is going to bump, I use this. You don't need to be diabetic. You don't need to have a blood sugar problem to use this product. Curbs your appetite, curbs your sugar craving, and again, supports healthy weight with all of the ingredients that are in there. Next, please, Jenny. Mood. Folks, the amount of the people that are under stress, given what's going on in the world, and I had a lady, a new patient who came in today, she's a lawyer, I almost didn't see her. I'm only kidding. But she told me as I was checking her, she said, Dr. DeSilva, I am so stressed. I said, well, this is something you can use. I talked to her about cordyceps. I talked to her about reishi. I talked to her about a lion's mane and all of the mushrooms with adaptogenic effects, benefits that are in this particular product. It's easy to use. There's no side effects. You're not going to get these horrible side effects with the drugs. And she said, I don't want any drugs. I don't want Xanax. I don't want any of these drugs. I want something natural. And this is what I offered her. And I'm very curious to see how she's going to do. Next, please. By the way, amazing for sleep. Absolutely amazing for sleep. What about the cardiovascular system? Next week, I'm going to be in Miami and I'm doing a whole presentation again on nitric oxide, on the benefits of nitric oxide, what are called the intrinsic and the extrinsic pathways for the production of nitric oxide. Because without nitric oxide, your blood does not flow, or your blood does not flow optimally. It opens up the blood vessels, allows better blood flow. It improves the cardiovascular health. And again, during pre-workout, it's just one of the best things that you can do as a pre-workout, which would be something called flow. Again, the ingredients in there, citrulline, arginine, norvaline, ornithine, all of the good stuff that your body needs in order to open up that vasculature. Next, please. Vitamin D. Folks, we're coming into spring, summer, but we're coming out of winter. Nobody's been out into the sun. For those of you that live in India, Michigan, and Wisconsin, even in Florida, the sun, it's cool. I mean, up there, obviously up north, it's cold. But even in Florida, it was cool this year for the time that I was down there. We need our vitamin D and we need our vitamin K2. Next week, as I said, I'm going to be speaking on nitric oxide, but the other presentation that I'm going to be doing is I am doing a 1 hour presentation. We'll have about 500 doctors there just on vitamin K2, the cardiovascular benefits, the bone benefits, the immune system benefits, the brain benefits, the antioxidative effect of vitamin D and vitamin K2. All of these together, you have to use the D3 and the K2, which is called menaquinone, together. To really get the benefits of the D, you've got to have the vitamin K2. All right, next, please. And of course, my favorite, my number one recommendation for better health is our probiotic. If you use the probiotic and the vitamin D3K2, the chances of you getting sick are dramatically decreased. Why? Because they both boost your and help support the health of your immune system. If you do get sick, the frequency of getting sick, the duration, intensity, severity, all will decrease. Why? Because your immune system is revved up to do what it needs to do. 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. And if your gut's healthy, you're going to be healthy. Next, please, Jenny. And of course, Pure Max, right? I mean, this is a great segue into some data that I'd like to share with you. No injections, branded ingredients, dihydroberberine, Chromax, capsaicin, EGCG. Folks, I cannot believe that more people are not on this product. I really can't. For all of you that are on this call tonight, I know that every single one of you knows 5 people that could use this product. But here's the key. You have to take it. You have to take it. And I'm going to share some information with you that I just got. So this is an article from the International Journal of Obesity. This was from researchers from the University of Mississippi that looked at the most popular diets. One of the diets that they really looked at was what is called time restricted eating or intermittent fasting. We all know what intermittent fasting is, right? You eat for a certain period of time during the day. You eat, for example, myself, tonight I'll be eating a little bit later after the call, but I eat between noon and 8 p.m. or 1 and 9 p.m., depending on my schedule. So, what is the benefit of that? These folks actually looked at 15 studies and from the last decade, and they found that by the way, 12% of Americans have tried or trying and using intermittent fasting or time restricted eating for as a quote unquote diet. It is very beneficial, but here is the gist of this study. This published study said, and I'm going to read this, the researchers found that in this study, when paired with regular exercise, time restricted eating did not lead to reduction or loss of muscle. What they also found was that people started to lose weight. And I think that this is the one thing that is missing with the people that are using Pure Max. I think a lot of people thought, and Jenny and I have talked about this, Jenny's talked about this, I've talked about this, you have to pair this with movement, with some form of exercise. People that did exercise, what they found was that the greatest loss of weight was time restricted eating or intermittent fasting, exercise. The two together was amazing. But if you combine it with something like berberine, chromium, capsaicin, EGCG, in something like Pure Max, that's where the magic starts to begin. So, you know, this is, and I'm reading right from this article here, according to the NIH, the National Institute of Health, time restricted eating, quote, reduces body weight, excuse me, improves glucose tolerance, protects from hepatosteatorrhea, meaning congestion of the liver or fatty liver, increases metabolic flexibility. It's interesting. Increases metabolic flexibility, reduces atherogenic lipids, so it helps with cholesterol, blood pressure, and improves gut function and cardiometabolic health in preclinical studies, end of quote. So I'll read that again. This is a quote from the NIH. A time-restricted eating, quote, reduces body weight, improves glucose tolerance, protects the liver, increases metabolic flexibility, reduces atherogenic lipids, meaning cholesterol, blood pressure, and improves gut function. That's interesting. Improves gut function and cardiometabolic health in preclinical studies. Now, combine that with Pure Max, combine that with our probiotic. And folks, this is the picture. This is the picture that we are delivering to you. These are the tools that we have to improve your overall health and your overall quality. Now, what does that mean? What does metabolic health improvement mean? Improve insulin sensitivity. I'm reading from this. Improves insulin sensitivity, so blood sugars will come down. lowers blood sugar levels, reduces cardiovascular risk factors, lowers cholesterol, improves blood pressure, and reduces other risk factors for heart disease. There are other potential benefits, namely brain health. Brain health. It helps with people that have neurodegenerative disorders, like what? Cognitive decline. It helps with cellular repair. So the cells work better and improves longevity, improves gut health, increases endurance, improves sleep. Now, we have a sleep product that you can use and reduces oxidative stress. Guess what else we have? We've got we've got flow. So we have all of the tools for you to use, but folks, you have to use them. And I tell my patients this all the time. You can't buy something and put it in your cabinet and expect it to diffuse into your system. It doesn't work that way. You have to take it. You have to use it. We have the tools. Please use them. And believe me, your overall health, your overall mood, your overall well-being, and if nothing else, your longevity. I just got an invitation today, Jenny, and you're coming with me. You're coming with me.
Where are
I
we
got
going?
I got an invitation to speak in Dubai in the
Oh,
fall.
ooh, that sounds
It is
beautiful.
it is an international conference on longevity and aging, and it's being held in Dubai.
Wow.
And I'm going to be speaking on all of this stuff and the tools that we have to help improve your overall health and well-being, folks. We have them. We actually have them. Please use them and please spread the word of health and wellness. By the way, happy Easter to all of you. God bless you all, and thank you very much for joining me. Thank you.
So, well, thank you, Dr. D. And we love you. We appreciate your input. And I love the segment that you talked about on intermittent fasting because, believe it or not, Dr. D, we haven't even talked about this, but yesterday, Tony and I said, let's do a fast. And we started out thinking we were going to do a 3-day water fast. And
Uh,
I don't know about you guys if you've ever tried to fast. Tony and I did a 3-day water fast a year ago. By the third day, I could have kept going, but Tony was like starving.
Give me a hamburger. Give me a hamburger.
Really hungry. And so we only made it 3 days, but we did do a 20-hour fast yesterday. We've done a 20-hour fast. So the reason why we're doing this is for all the reasons that you just mentioned. Number one, improving your gut health, also lowering your insulin resistance, right? It's going to actually help increase your insulin sensitivity. But another thing is autophagy. I don't know if you talked about that.
Sure. Cell
Autophagy.
cleaning, cellular cleaning,
Yeah, cellular
prevent
cleaning, you guys. So
cellular repair.
it's powerful. I mean, it helps with pretty much every area of your health. And so, especially like you said, the dementia, the cognitive issues that a lot of people are having. So, anyway, I'm loving it because we're eating basically one meal a day right now, just dinner.
Good.
Yeah,
You,
just
you know, and I think that one meal, Jenny, is where people go wrong.
mm,
People go wrong because that one meal needs to be a
nutritious.
healthy protein.
Right,
It has to be a nutritious meal.
right.
And that's the thing that I have problem with people is, okay, we're going to fast, but they're eating bonbons, yo-yos, and garbage in that 8 hours. You can't do that. And we
So,
have the tools. Please use them.
so is a steak and green beans and a potato okay? For,
Absolutely. And
okay.
if you're going to eat a potato,
Yeah,
baked potato.
that's what we
Baked
did.
potatoes don't have that sharp rise
Uh-huh.
versus mashed potatoes.
Right.
And I have to tell you, we did cheat a couple of times, Jenny, when you weren't with us. Tony and I went out and had a
Oh,
couple
I
of
know.
fries.
Trust me.
So
If it were up to him, he'd have cheeseburgers for every. Hey, I better not be talking. He's not here to defend himself.
okay,
But
that's
anyway,
fine.
Dr. D, go grab your dinner. Thank you so
I
much for
will,
joining us live.
of
And
course.
as always, we love and appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Jenny.
All right,
Appreciate
you
it.
guys. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap this call up. And, like I said earlier, I can't even tell you guys how passionate I am, not only about natural healing and just, I love supplementation. I knew literally 10 years into working as a registered nurse, working in nursing homes, working in hospitals, you guys, I was already seeing it firsthand, how many people would come into the hospital and I would have to do an assessment and ask them questions like, how many medications are you on? And I just remember you guys 20 some years ago being blown away at the number of medicines that people were on, even in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And, so I saw that years ago, but I just got to tell you, not only have I become extremely passionate about just natural healing and getting to the root cause of our health problems. But I love this business. I can't say enough about it. You guys, there's nothing easy out there. I don't care. I always say choose your hard. Some people think it's hard to work 40 hours a week. For 40 years. I think that's hard. I only made it 10 years into that program and was praying for something like this to come into my life. But I love this industry, guys, because it affords you the ability to literally work from home. You can be your own boss. You can work from anywhere. I don't know about you guys, but drop it in the chat. How many of you would like to be able to work from a boat, from a beach, from a lake house, maybe a cabin in the mountains? That's what I love about this industry is there is literally no restrictions on where you can build your business from. You literally can have a home base if you want, but you can travel and you can do Zooms from anywhere in the world. So anyway, I love that part of it. Number one is the freedom more than the money. But I also love the fact that you can earn 7 different ways with our company. Tony and I took the very best of literally every compensation plan that we had been a part of for the last 21 years, and we put it into this comp plan. Why? Because we know that it works. If people will work our business plan and they will follow our playbook, we actually have a Purvii playbook that tells you play by play how to build your business in 90-day windows, right? But anyway, guys, there's nothing that out there in life that's going to be a get rich quick. But I truly believe with all my heart, Tony and I would not have opened this company if we didn't believe wholeheartedly that this platform and this business model of network marketing can literally give people freedom if they're willing to do the work. So it is called network marketing. And that little word work kind of gets in the way, but there is no such thing as just signing up in a business and getting wealthy. But I'm just here to tell you guys it does work if you work it. So again, be your own boss, make your own hours. I love the tax advantages. Just by joining a company like Purvii, you're actually getting about 350 different tax advantages. And so that's a big deal to us because, if many of you are W-2, maybe you're actually employed by someone, you have a W-2, a lot of times you have no way to offset your earnings. So again, I'm not going to be a tax advisor tonight, but I will tell you there are so many tax advantages. I'm right now in our home office. We have cell phones. We have, cars that we travel to do business with. There's so many write-offs. And so it's a great tax advantage. Definitely check into that for sure, but also unlimited earning potential. And I will tell you guys, 21 years ago, I was working as a nurse and I was making about 50,000 a year, maybe 60 at the time. But I got to tell you guys, there was no residual income. It would have taken me 20 years working as an RN, 3 12-hour night shifts back to back, every other weekend, working holidays, Christmas, and all that, literally to make the same income that I was able to generate in 1 year in this industry. Now, is everyone going to achieve that result? They can, but the question is, will they, And so I don't mean to be negative with that, you guys, but I'm here to tell you, I have seen this business model work several times in my career, but not only for myself, but I've seen it impact a lot of people's lives, people that are in my family. My mom is actually 74 years old. She was actually able to retire 20 years ago because of a business that she and I got involved involved in when I first learned about this industry. So she was able to make literally $250,000 a year in her early 50s and retire before she was 55. So anyway, guys, I am so passionate about the business. I absolutely love it. If you want more information on that, I would just recommend that if you're watching this live, or maybe you're going to catch it on the replay, get with the person that invited you on. If you want to know more, we actually have a video that explains the 7 different ways that you can earn, for referring other people to our company. So anyway, and then I do want to just quickly highlight, we have 3 different enrollment packs. Now, we also offer retail. If any of you are looking at some of our products, maybe you love some of the products that you heard Dr. DeSilva highlight on tonight's call, you can actually go to the website of whoever shared this with you, and you can purchase any of our products just as a retail customer. If you just want to buy the products, we love customers, so that's fantastic. But if you're like a lot of people, they say, you know what, not only do I want to get healthy, but I'd love to have a position in the company. We are still a baby. I will tell you, we are only 2 years old. We're coming up actually on our 2-year anniversary. It'll be June 24th of this summer, which is not even about 6 weeks away. We're going to have our 2-year anniversary. We're working on some phenomenal projects right now that are going to be coming out late this summer. But anyway, these are ways that you can actually get involved in our company on the product side, but also secure a position in the company while the company is still very young. And so what does that mean? That means you get a website. You actually get a back office. You actually have access to wholesale pricing on all of our products anytime you want. And here's the other thing. We have a lot of people that love to purchase our products in bulk. You know, if you're a chiropractor, maybe you work in a gym, or you have a platform where you could actually retail the products. We actually have something called bulk order pricing, or tiered pricing, where you have access to that as a partner. So anyway, really quick, we have 3 different partner enrollment packs. This one's called the Challenge Pack. We came up with this one because we know that Dr. Derrick DeSilva recommends 90 days minimum. If you're going to take our Pure Max weight loss challenge, he recommends a minimum of 90 days on that product. And by the way, you can go to puremax.com if you want to learn more about tips on intermittent fasting, how many carbs a day, exercise, just all the tips to really accelerate and potentiate the results of this product. Again, that's on puremax.com, pur-max.com. And again, you guys, this is only $239. I mean, this beats the heck out of those injections, all the side effects. And again, this retails for $99 a bottle, but when you buy all 3 up front, you get it for $239. So that is an amazing package in and of itself. We also have the wellness pack. Now, I personally like this one a lot because I think it's a great opportunity to not only try the app. You get to actually try our Pure Scan app for the first month for free, but you also get to try all 6 of our supplements. And so I know you're going to fall in love with many of them, if not all of them. And so this is just a great chance to try the weight loss formula, try the mood if you're having stress and anxiety. Maybe you're struggling with sleep at night. Everybody should pretty much be on vitamin D3, K2, as well as the probiotic. And then, of course, blood flow and curbing those cravings and all that is huge. And then that is actually on special right now. I just wanted to quickly highlight that we are running a promotion. This is going to be through Easter. So this is going to actually end on 4/21/25 at midnight. So I want to say that that's like 6 more days. You guys take advantage of this wellness special. If you know anyone that is looking to improve their health, they're going to absolutely love this deal. $259 for 6 of our instant vitality products, as well as the app included in that. And then last but certainly not least, you guys, we have what we call a founders pack. You know what? We are going to close out on this. It's probably going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months. But we have a situation where we're only going to offer 1,000 founder positions in the entire company in the United States of America. So once we hit the 1,000, I don't have a crystal ball on when this is going to happen, but I can tell you with what we're going to be rolling out in July, this has the potential to go very quick. And so why is this important, you guys? Not only does the Founders Pack give you 3 of every one of our supplements, so you can have one for you, one for your significant other, your spouse. You have a little extra product for demonstration, for retail, if you want to retail some of that and get your initial money back. You also get the app. But here's the biggest thing. This is not going to sound like a big deal right now, but as this company grows, we're taking 1% of the entire company's volume in the entire United States. Okay. So think about that. The entire volume from all of our top leaders from the entire company, we're setting that 1% aside into a pot and we're paying that out every quarter to our qualified founders. So again, this is for a limited time. As the company grows and this company gets a lot bigger, you guys, this can turn out into a large sum of money for people every quarter. And so, anyway, I'm not going to hype this up, but I'm just telling you guys, I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to be a founding member in our last couple companies because we were able to generate a very large sum of money every quarter. So, anyway, that's our founder. And then I just wanted to close out and let you guys know that in addition to our mission of helping people with, hope, okay, we really want to help people physically feel better. We want to help people achieve their dreams and their goals financially. But our cause is something that is near and dear to our heart. My husband, Tony, and I, we're all about helping rescue sex trafficked children. This has become a very, very big, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, it's like a drug cartel, but even worse, where little kids are getting trafficked for sex. This is becoming a very big industry. In fact, this is something that's probably happening in your neighborhood right now. I always thought, oh, this is probably something that happens in other countries, other states. It doesn't happen right here in Fishers, Indiana. But I'm telling you guys, this is very prevalent. And we truly believe that God's children are not for sale. And you know what? We need your help, you guys. The bigger this company grows, we're actually donating 1% back to every purchase to actually help rescue these children, to provide, education, shelter, food. There's so much that goes into this, but we can't do it alone. So again, this is our Purvii Operation Rescue cause. And I just wanted to close out with that, you guys, because this is something that, we definitely need help with. And, we just want to save more of these kids. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this call out. We try to keep these to around 30 minutes, went a little long tonight, but I just want to encourage you, if you're new, get back with the person that invited you on to hear about this webinar tonight. Let them know what you like the best, and we would absolutely love to welcome you to our Purvii family. So have a blessed night, everyone. Love you guys. And again, thank you, Dr. DeSilva. You're awesome. And have a great night, everyone.